Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. A client today said that she doesn't want to be a phony and has a hard time being her authentic self. I explained that we have multiple authentic selves. Each is a different part of ourselves. Using that persona in an interaction isn't phony, it's flexible, the opposite of narcissistic. She found that concept liberating. I explained that, for example, I use my authentic assertive self with friends and clients for whom that seems wise. I use my quieter facilitator self with people who are better served by that. I reveal my authentic intellectual self with some people, my authentic feeling-centered person with another. I reveal my New York Jewish fast sarcastic self with some people, my more assimilated authentic self, if I feel that would be more connecting. I gave her another example. I have a client who I sense needs to do a few minutes of joking before we start to talk about serious matters. So I invoke the jokey side of myself and switch to my serious side when I sense he's ready for that. The message is to realize you can be authentic without having to be the same with everyone, let alone be a phony. And rather than shifting personas unconsciously, you'll better connect if you consciously invoke the persona that's appropriate for that interaction. To help you do that, or help her do that, I had my client consider this master list of selves and asked her to put a check mark next to each one of those selves that she thinks she could as appropriate invoke. Fun self, serious self, intellectual self, feeling self, fast-paced self, slow-paced self, assertive self, passive self, risk-taking self, cautious self, conventional self, unconventional self, liberal self, conservative self, generous self, self-serving self, materialistic self, simple living self, ambitious self, accepting self, competitive self, collaborative self, physically active self, sedentary self, kind self, just self, angry self, unflappable self, driven self, relaxed self, time-conscious self, and time-indifferent self. You might want to consider putting a list of your top few authentic selves in your wallet. Especially before starting a new or an important relationship, review the list. That'll remind you to invoke the one or two of your selves that are most appropriate to the situation. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. That is my dog, kind of semi-choking. He must have drank water too fast. Anyway, I do welcome your thumbs down, but really prefer your thumbs up. I love your comments, even if they're critical, as long as they're well-intentioned. I really like it if you hit the social media button, the share button below, and share in your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I'm flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. Let me show you my doggy. He's here now. Let me see. Can we do that? It's not working. I tried. Why is it not working? But I don't know. Anyway, I thank you all for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.